Welcome to Motivation at Hand, Ma. To know is to know how. Make your foot the foot that counts. The last chapter. Part 16. Case 123 CR 00257 TSC Document 139 filed November 6, 2023, in the United States District Court for the District of Columbia, United States of America vs. Donald J. Trump, defendant. Government's omnibus opposition to defendant's motions to dismiss the indictment on statutory and constitutional grounds. Two. The double jeopardy clause would not bar prosecution here because the defendant's impeachment proceeding and criminal prosecution do not involve the same offense. Even if the double jeopardy clause applied, it would not bar the defendant's prosecution. The clause protects against multiple punishments for the same offense. Missouri vs. Hunter, 459 U.S. 359, 365-66, 1983. But the double jeopardy clause is not implicated simply because a criminal charge involves essentially the same conduct for which a defendant has previously been punished. Hudson, 522 U.S. at 107, Stevens, J. concurring, citing United States vs. Dixon, 509 U.S. 688, 696, 704, 1996. Instead, whether two offenses are the same for double jeopardy purposes requires ascertaining whether each requires proof of an element that the other does not. See Blockberger vs. United States, 284 U.S. 299, 304, 1932. It is not enough that there may be some overlap between the conduct charged in each case. Any double jeopardy claim here, which, notably, the defendant entirely fails to spell out, would founder in light of these principles. The single article of impeachment alleged a violation of incitement of insurrection, impeachment resolution at 2, and charged that the defendant had incited violence against the government of the United States, same as, at 3. The most analogous federal statute is 18 U.S.C. Section 2383. Which prohibits inciting any rebellion or insurrection against the authority of the United States or the laws thereof. A violation of Section 2383 would require proof that the violence at the Capitol on January 6, 2021, constituted an insurrection against the authority of the United States or the laws thereof, and that the defendant incited that insurrection. Incitement, in turn, requires proof that the speaker's words were both directed to producing imminent lawless action and likely to incite or produce such action. Brandenburg vs. Ohio, 395 U.S. 444, 447, 1969, per curiam, by the court. NAACP vs. Claiborne Hardware Company, 458 U.S. 886, 927-28, 1982, see also Thompson, 590 F Supplement 3rd at 112. Incitement includes three elements, that 1. The speaker subjectively intended incitement. 2. In context, the words used were likely to produce imminent, lawless action. And 3. The words used by the speaker objectively encouraged and urged and provoked imminent action. None of the offenses charged here. 18 U.S.C. Section 371, 18 U.S.C. Sections 1512c, 2, and k, and 18 U.S.C. Section 241 has as an element any of the required elements for an incitement offense. And the elements of the charged offenses, see all, defeating a federal government function through deceit under Section 371. Obstruction of an official proceeding under Section 1512, and deprivation of rights under Section 241, are nowhere to be found in the elements of a violation of Section 2383 or any other potential incitement offense. Moreover, the mere fact that some of the conduct on which the impeachment resolution relied is related to conduct alleged in the Indictment does not implicate the double jeopardy clause. See Dixon, 509 U.S. at 696. 3. The defendant's double jeopardy claim is frivolous. The denial of a motion to dismiss on double jeopardy grounds is typically subject to interlocutory appeal. See Abney v. United States, 431 U.S. 651, 662, 1977. At the same time, the Supreme Court recognized that because such an approach may encourage some defendants to engage in dilatory appeals, courts of appeals could establish summary procedures and calendars to weed out frivolous claims of former jeopardy, same as, at 662 number 8. See Richardson v. United States, 468 U.S. 317, 322, 1984. Indicating that the appealability of a double jeopardy claim depends upon its being at least colorable, and that frivolous claims of former jeopardy may be weeded out by summary procedures, same as, at 326 and number 6, noting that a colorable claim presupposes that there is some possible validity. Following the Supreme Court's decision in Abney, courts of appeals developed procedures for identifying and disposing of frivolous double jeopardy claims without divesting the trial court of jurisdiction and delaying proceedings. See United States v. Dunbar, 611 F. 2nd 985, 988, 5th Circa 2019-80, en banc, argument for a stronger reason. Henceforth, the district courts, in any denial of a double jeopardy motion, should make written findings determining whether the motion is frivolous or non-frivolous. If the claim is found to be frivolous, the filing of a notice of appeal by the defendant shall not divest the district court of jurisdiction over the case. If non-frivolous, of course, the trial cannot proceed until a determination is made of the merits of an appeal. Accord United States v. Lepo, 634 F. 2nd 101, 105, 3rd Circa 2019-80, United States v. Hines, 689 F. 2nd 934, 937, 10th Circa 2019-82. Thus, courts have concluded that double jeopardy claims are frivolous or not sufficiently colorable to confer jurisdiction for an interlocutory appeal, where a defendant's conviction from a first trial was set aside for reasons unrelated to the sufficiency of the evidence against him. Namely, because the district court had granted a new trial based on instructional error, United States v. Serrano, 856 F. 3rd 210, 214, 2nd Circa 2017, where a defendant's argument was squarely foreclosed by existing precedent and the defendant failed to cite any intervening change or correction in the law. United States v. Shelby, 604 F. 3rd 881, 887, 5th Circa 2010, per curiam, by the court, or where defendants were sentenced within the statutorily authorized range for their previous convictions and the totality of the circumstances do not suggest that there has been only a single conspiracy or that jeopardy previously attached. United States v. Abood, 273 F. 3rd 763, 769, 8th Circa 2001. In United States v. Black, 759 F. 2nd 71 D.C. Circa 1985, per curiam, by the court. The D.C. Circuit alluded to the procedure for weeding out frivolous double jeopardy claims when it acknowledged that it must grant a stay unless appellant's claim of violation of the double jeopardy clause is wholly lacking in merit, same as, at 73, because the movement there had made no adequate response to the district court's comprehensive opinion, and the D.C. Circuit found the reasoning in that opinion entirely persuasive, the court denied the stay. Same as, consistent with the procedure described above. Should conclude. In written the court findings. That the defendant's double jeopardy claim is wholly without merit. The defendant does not even argue that removal and disqualification constitute criminal penalties sufficient to implicate the double jeopardy clause. See Abood, 273 F. 3rd at 766. A colorable claim requires a showing of previous jeopardy and the threat of repeated jeopardy. He also offers no remotely viable claim that the incitement allegation that formed the basis of the impeachment resolution constitutes the same offense as any of the offenses charged in this case. The defendant's wholly meritless double jeopardy claim should not, therefore, divest this court of jurisdiction in a manner that risks delaying the trial. 5. Conclusion. The defendant's motions to dismiss on statutory and constitutional grounds should be denied. Respectfully submitted. Jack Smith, Special Counsel. By James I. Pierce, John M. Pelletieri, Assistant Special Counsels, Molly Gaston, Thomas P. Wyndham, Senior Assistant Special Counsels, 950 Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest, Room B, 206, Washington, D.C. 20530. The end of this video transcription. Much appreciation to you for giving of your time with us at Motivation at Hand. To know is to know how. We trust you will come back soon.